In a world obsessed with looking successful, very few people focus on actually being honorable. We are taught to chase fame, money, and status, but we often forget the only thing we truly take to our grave: our character. Integrity is doing the right thing even when you know nobody is watching and nobody will ever find out. Today, we are exploring 20 deep lessons on the power of character and the silent strength of integrity. If you're ready to build a life that is as solid on the inside as it looks on the outside, this is for you. Character is not what you do in the spotlight. It is who you are in the dark when there is no audience to applaud and no camera to record. Most people perform for the world, but the person of integrity performs for their own conscience. Your reputation is merely what others think of you, but your character is the truth of who you are. Focus on being a person of substance, and your reputation will eventually take care of itself. Integrity is the ability to stand by your values even when it costs you something. It is easy to be honest when it's profitable, but true character is revealed when honesty leads to a loss. When you choose what is right over what is convenient, you are building an internal power that no bank account can match. A man who can be bought is a man who has already lost his freedom. If you don't stand for something, you will fall for everything. A person without a core set of values is like a ship without a rudder, tossed around by every wave of public opinion and social trend. Character means having the courage to say no to the crowd and yes to your soul. Your boundaries are not meant to keep people out. They are meant to keep your integrity in. Your words mean nothing if your actions don't back them up. Trust is earned in drops, but lost in buckets. A single lie can destroy a bridge that took years to build. People of character understand that their yes must mean yes, and their no must mean no. When your life is consistent with your words, you create a sense of peace that the dishonest will never know. True greatness is not found in how many people serve you, but in how many people you serve with a sincere heart. Humility is not thinking less of yourself. It is thinking of yourself less. A person of character treats the janitor with the same respect as the CEO, realizing that every human being has inherent dignity. Your status in society is temporary, but the way you treat people is your eternal legacy. Wealth without character is a slow-acting poison. We see many people who are rich in money but poor in spirit, living in constant fear of being found out. Success without integrity is just a fancy mask for a hollow life. Real wealth is the ability to sleep peacefully at night, knowing that you haven't stepped on anyone to get where you are. Integrity is the only currency that doesn't lose value in a crisis. Discipline is the bridge between your intentions and your integrity. We all have good intentions, but only the disciplined have the character to follow through on them. When you do what you said you would do, long after the mood you said it in has left you, you are building self-respect. Self-respect is the foundation of all mental health and personal happiness. Character is forged in the furnace of trials. You don't build a strong soul on a sunny beach. You build it in the middle of a storm. Every time you face a hardship without compromising your morals, your character grows deeper and stronger. Do not pray for a life without problems. Pray for the strength of character to handle them with grace and honor. The most important conversation you will ever have is the one you have with yourself in the mirror. You can lie to the world, you can trick your friends, and you can deceive your family, but you can never escape yourself. If you are not at peace with the person in the mirror, you will never be at peace anywhere else. Integrity is the alignment of your thoughts, your words, and your actions. Forgiveness is a sign of a strong character, not a weak one. It takes a small person to hold a grudge and a great person to let it go. Character means understanding that resentment is a heavy burden that only slows you down. By forgiving others, you are not saying what they did was right. You are saying that your peace is more important than their mistake. Character is the ability to carry out a good resolution long after the excitement of the moment has passed. Many people are good when they are inspired, but the person of integrity is good when they are exhausted, frustrated, or ignored. Consistency is the true test of character. It is not about being perfect once. It is about being reliable always. Your life is built on the choices you make when the world isn't looking. True integrity is being honest with yourself before you are honest with others. We often wear masks to fit in, but character requires the courage to be authentic in a world that rewards imitation. If you betray your own values to please a crowd, you will eventually lose your soul to that crowd. Living authentically might make you lose some people, but it will help you find yourself, and that is the only trade worth making. A man's character is most evident in how he treats those who can do absolutely nothing for him. Watch how a person treats a waiter, a child, or an elderly stranger. If their kindness is reserved only for those who have power or money, then their kindness is a manipulation, not a virtue. Integrity is a universal language of respect that doesn't look at a person's status, but at their humanity. Apologizing when you are wrong is a sign of immense strength, not weakness. A small mind will make excuses to protect its ego, but a great character will admit its mistakes to protect the truth. Taking responsibility for your errors shows that you value your integrity more than your image. A person who can say "I was wrong" is a person who is ready to grow. Character is the only thing that outlives you. Your house will eventually crumble, your money will be spent by others, and your titles will be forgotten. But the way you made people feel and the values you stood for will echo in the lives of those you touched. You are writing your legacy every single day through your actions. Make sure it is a story of honor, not just a story of gain. Integrity means having the same set of rules for yourself as you do for others. Hypocrisy is the quickest way to lose influence and respect. If you demand honesty from your children but lie to your boss, you are building your house on sand. A person of character leads by example, knowing that their life speaks much louder than their lips ever could. The hardest walk you will ever take is the walk you take alone when you refuse to compromise your morals. There will be times when your integrity makes you an outsider. Do not fear the silence of the crowd. Fear the noise of a guilty conscience. Standing alone in the truth is always better than standing in a crowd of lies. The truth doesn't need a majority to be right. Patience is a key component of character. It is the ability to wait for the right results without taking the wrong shortcuts. In a world that demands instant gratification, the person who can wait, work, and stay faithful to their path is a rare and powerful being. Character understands that anything built quickly on a foundation of lies will fall just as fast. The slow build is the solid build. Character is the bridge between your potential and your reality. You can have all the talent in the world, but without character, you will eventually self-destruct. Talent might get you into the room, but only character will keep you there. Many successful people fall from grace because they lack the integrity to handle the height. Your character is the anchor that keeps you steady when the winds of fame or fortune blow. At the end of the day, your integrity is the only thing that no one can take from you. You can only give it away. People can take your money, your reputation, and even your freedom, but they cannot take your honor unless you decide to sacrifice it. Protecting your character is the ultimate form of self-defense. When you have integrity, you have nothing to hide, nothing to fear, and nothing to prove.